Hey guys, so on the back of the latest chapter, which as of this recording is chapter 252, I haven't seen the spoilers or any news yet regarding chapter 253, so I'm going to talk about chapter 252, where Urame revealed that Sukuna is still not taking this fight seriously. He fought Gojo, Kashimo, Higuruma, and is currently fighting Yuji, Yuta, and Maki, and he's still not taking the fight seriously. This is actually a madness, I can't lie. Just what is the limit of this guy's power? And by the way, he is still recovering from the fight against Gojo. So eventually, when he does make the full recovery, he will be able to use reverse curse technique again in his full force. And by that time, how can these guys actually stand up to Sukuna? I have a few theory videos regarding this topic and the potential ending that the story could have, so stay tuned for those videos. I can't wait to hear your thoughts on them. But for today, in this video, I just want to have a general chat with you guys regarding the 1 month time skip that we just had. Should we have seen the 1 month time skip instead of seeing little snippets of what happened? Now, on the one hand, not having seen the 1 month flashback opens the doors for surprises and reveals. Look at the Jujutsu sorcerers, for instance. The amount of contingency plans they had just for this one fight against Sukuna is keeping us in suspense, because they originally believed Gojo would be enough to defeat Sukuna. But the fact that they had a plan to use the Executioner's sword in case Gojo fails, and then they hatched a plan for Yuta to break his domain in order to let Maki land the killing blow, because in theory, because she is heavily restricted, Sukuna would not be able to sense her because she has no cursed energy. It's basically the move that Toji did on Gojo back in the Gojo past arc. When Gojo let his guard down, Toji came in when the barrier was down and was able to stab Gojo through the back. Learning about all these plans in real time is fun to see, and it's like a holy shit kind of moment, because you realize that, oh wait, this was all part of the plan. It's a nice little reveal for us fans to see, which is why I say it can be fun seeing the flashbacks of the 1 month time skip in real time as the Jujutsu sorcerers are executing their plan. We're not really seeing much from the villain's end in terms of the 1 month time skip, which is surprising, I can't lie. Other than the bath that we know Sukuna did, can't remember seeing any sort of flashback for the 1 month time skip that had the villain scheming up any plans. Now, we will see a future flashback of Sukuna maybe having a plan during the 1 month time skip. That, in my opinion, is a massive possibility, and this is where the problems that can occur from showing the 1 month time skip in a flashback format, whether it's for Sukuna or for the Jujutsu sorcerers. Now, this is where there can be a potential problem regarding the storytelling. And guys, you know I love Jujutsu Kaisen as a series. I wouldn't be making theory videos or character videos or any of that stuff if I wasn't enjoying the series. But even your tribal chief, as much of a fan that I am, I can still point out the criticisms for the story. And the potential problem I see by not showing us the 1 month flashback is that it allows Akutami to quote unquote save a character from a pickle by pointing out that this was all part of the plan. Like the whole incident with Maki. Don't get me wrong, I was hyped when I saw Maki coming in and stabbing Sukuna at the end of chapter 251. But then you tell me that this was all part of the plan all along. I find that hard to believe. Don't get me wrong, the Jujutsu sorcerers are fighting against Sukuna. The fate of the entire world is hanging on the balance in this one generation-defining fight for the world of Jujutsu Kaisen. So them having 10 different contingency plans in this fight against Sukuna, you can understand where they're coming from. And to be fair, it worked for chapter 252 with Yuta breaking his barrier in order to let Maki attack Sukuna. It was an excellent idea, but going forward in the story, how many more times will you let the plan save the Jujutsu sorcerers? That's all I'm saying. Because a month is still a long time to plan out for one fight. So I can imagine the amount of plans they must have cooked up in this month alone, and as well as the power-ups and secret techniques that Akutami has saved during the month to eventually show us as flashbacks in this fight against Sukuna. Basically, my main concern by not showing us the full flashback for the 1 month time skip is that there is a higher chance of having a Deus Ex Machina to save the Jujutsu sorcerers or even Sukuna himself. Now, the way Sukuna was described in chapter 252, this guy doesn't need a Deus Ex Machina, but the fact that we haven't seen any flashback from Sukuna for the 1 month time skip Akutami might be saving something for us to see. It could be a big massive reveal with his true technique, or it could be something to do with his past. So the reveal from Sukuna's end, I am excited to see. However, if we did see the flashback, I think it would have been awesome to see all the Jujutsu sorcerers create these contingency plans live within the chapters themselves, instead of in a flashback scenes when our heroes are in trouble and the plan just bails them out. I don't know about you guys, but I love seeing characters come together and plan what they are going to do, and especially a fight as big as this. I would have loved to have seen the planning in real time. In One Piece, there's an arc called the Sky Pier arc, and for me, one of the best moments in the series for me is just the Straw Hats just chilling in the woods, coming up with a plan before Enel rules over everyone in that region of the Sky Islands. Scenes of characters just making plans are so underrated, because you get to see each character interact with one another and also seeing their full personalities in a more chilled out casual setting. For once, they're not in a battlefield where they're on fight or flight mode. They're literally in a classroom and coming up with ideas, as we saw when they were planning to use Higuruma's executioner's sword against Sukuna. It also would have allowed us to connect with characters that we don't usually see other than our main heroes. For instance, Kusakabe, I personally didn't really care so much for his character, but when he was giving the context and explanations of the Gojo vs Sukuna fight, I really liked his character a lot. Don't get me wrong, I found his character very funny from day one, but him giving his own spin on the fight showed his personality a lot more, and I enjoyed his character. Having planning scenes gives other characters like Kusakabe time to shine, and for us the audience to appreciate other characters other than the main heroes. Even in the executioner's sword planning scene, Kusakabe was in the heart of that conversation. Gojo was alive back then, and I mentioned in my other Gojo videos where we could have had more scenes with him interacting with everyone and him joining in the discussion of planning out the fight against Sukuna. Even seeing his reaction to the contingencies in case he loses would have been funny to see. So that's why I say I would rather have seen the 1 month time skip rather than see glimpses in flashbacks. Whilst yes, they can generate some hype moments, which are genuine hype moments, knowing that Akutami can go into the 1 month time skip and pull out any plan that the Jujutsu sorcerers may have cooked up can be seen as a last minute save. But like I said earlier in the video, not showing us the 1 month time skip in its full and just showing it in flashbacks has its pros and cons. I hope you guys can see where I'm coming from with this, hopefully. But yeah guys, comment below and let me know what you think. Do you guys think we should have seen the 1 month time skip in real time rather than in flashbacks? Let me know in the comments down below. I think this will spark some heated debates in the comments, and of course, don't forget to subscribe to the Shaman Tribe.